Okay, we are here once again, just doing a quick video. We're not live at all. But yeah, I want to talk about what happened on Sunday with the Eagles, Philadelphia Eagles. You know, I see improvements. A lot of people probably still think some things are in question as far as going forward on fourth down a few times and not making it and stuff like that. But to me, that shows big time confidence. That shows that you have confidence in your team. You have confidence in your offense, your defense. You know, and I like that. Me personally, I like that. You know, this league is a tough league, and sometimes you gotta, I don't think it's gambling. I think analytics may play a part, but for the most part, it's aggressive football, and it's showing that look, my team is one of the best. My team is one of the best. We got talent on both sides of the ball, and we're good. So anybody that got a problem with that, hey, that's on you. But this is our team. You know what I mean? And this is what we do. Saquon had a great game. You see the big run he had. I believe like 60 something yards from scrimmage, and incredible run against a tough defense. New Orleans played a great game, great defensive game. You couldn't play us any better than that. Awesome. Against the Falcons, I didn't feel like the Falcons had a great defense. I mean, they played good, but a lot of the mistakes, we made a lot of mistakes on those drives against the Falcons. But against New Orleans, they played us pretty tough. You couldn't play us any tougher than that. And New Orleans have a great offense, and our defense improved within a week. We improved. We were stout against the run, great against the pass. Because I knew they were going to try to go long to that receiver, number 22. I got to figure out what his name is. But I want to talk about the secondary play. Avonte Maddox, he had a great game. Blankenship had an awesome game. And the defensive line and linebackers, Bond played a great game. Jalen Carter, Graham, all those guys, man. CJ Gardner, awesome game. And, we got A.J. Brown out. Devontae Smith, he got hurt. And guys stepped up. Dotson stepped up. Guys stepped up. If I'm missing any names, forgive me. You know what I mean? But the whole team as a whole, they played great. Great ball. Just great ball. On the road, in the dome. It's not easy. It's definitely not easy. Crowd going crazy. And, Jalen did his thing. Hurts did his thing. He came through in the clutch. He did what he had to do. There's it's never going to be a game without mistakes. There's no perfect game. You're going to have mistakes. You're going to have penalties. You're going to have turnovers. And it's how you respond after that happens. In the midst of adversity, it's how you respond. And I feel like they responded well. They looked great. On the road, tough game against a great offense who's been putting up 40-something points, 30-something points. Last game they had before they played us, they put up 44 points, I believe. So the Saints, they got a great offense. Awesome offense. Great running game. And, our defense came in and shut them down. We did. We shut them down. We did what we had to do. So, there's no complaint there. Like I said, the first game, that Monday night game against the Falcons, I feel like we learned a lot in that game, coaching as well as players. We learned a lot. But if you look at that game and really look at it, it was a great play call. It wasn't executed. Because if Saquon Barkley catches that ball, we have a whole nother conversation. Right? Then, but then this game right here, it tested the will of the entire team. The defense stepped up. The defensive line, the defense as a whole. I can't really pick out one thing. Like at the defense as a whole, they played as a complete unit on the road. So you can't really, you can't really say much, anything negative about that. And they, like I said, we were forward on fourth down a couple of times and didn't get it, and the defense came in and stepped up. So, hey, shout out to the team. They're playing together as a team. You gotta remember, we got a new defensive coordinator, new offensive coordinator. We're still coming together. This is new. All this stuff is new, but it looks so promising. And I feel like you haven't seen the machine yet. And when the machine gets going, look out. It's going to be incredible. So I'm excited for the rest of the season. We got the Bucs coming up. We owe the Bucs. We owe the Buccaneers. They put us out the playoffs last year. We owe them. We coming for the Bucs. We coming for Tampa Bay. You know what I mean? It's that time now. It's that time now. Baker Mayfield, he's playing great ball. They got Chris Godwin. They got these guys. Look, we owe the Bucs, Philly. We owe the Bucs. Okay. So we got to go in there and get this W. It's time. They got a loaded roster, but so do we, on both sides of the ball. And the thing about the roster that we have, we got experience and we got young guys. It's a great mesh. So I think that's what's going to make this season so special. The fact that, Jalen, the quarterback, the leadership, he led us to a Super Bowl already that we should have won. A Super Bowl that we should have won. There's nothing short. We're not taking anything short of a Super Bowl appearance and a win. Okay? That should be the mindset. Super Bowl appearance and win. Yeah, the Chiefs are great. They're favorite to get to the Super Bowl, but so are we. So are we. The NFC is ours. Dallas ain't doing nothing. NFC East is ours. That's our division to take. It's our division, period. Okay? It's that time. It's our time. This year is our year. No, not too many teams going undefeated all season. I think there's only been two. Miami Dolphins, way back in the day, the dinosaur age, they went all the way. Then in New England, they tried it and got beat in the Super Bowl. We're not worried about going undefeated in the season. What we're worried about doing is winning enough to get in the playoffs. Okay, we would like to be a number one seed in the playoffs. That would be great. But we're about adjusting, fixing problems, becoming, so tight that, we're impenetrable. You know what I'm saying? We want the defense to be so on point. You try to run a screen pass on us, we shutting that down. You try to go deep, post, we shutting that down. You understand? We're not getting into that. Nah. You try to run the rock on those zone runs or whatever, we are shutting that down. Okay? We got depth at all positions. When A.J. Brown comes back, that's just going to make us even more dangerous, even more scary. This Eagle team is scary to me. And an opponent should be scared. Because how can you prepare? You can't. Saquon Barkley, out of the backfield, he can run and catch. Then you got Jalen Carter, who can run. Jalen Hurts, who can run and throw the ball on the run. Okay, and yeah, Jalen Carter, defensive tackle, coming up the middle. The defensive front is so talented. There's so much talent there. When these guys play together, how you gonna block them? And the linebackers and secondary as a unit, just incredible. I'm just interested to see. I'm interested to see what kind of game plan the Bucks are gonna come with, because I know they like to run and do a lot of play action with Mayfield. And Mayfield, he's a decent quarterback. He's not great. He's not great. He's a decent quarterback. He'll get you to the playoffs, but he ain't gonna win the whole thing. He's not gonna win it. And I'm not trying to fuel this guy, but we just keep it real. He's not gonna win a Super Bowl anytime soon. And Philly, we remember what happened last year. We were down last year. We had injuries, a lot going on last year. We remember that. You gotta understand. That is in our head. It's not at the back of our minds, but it's there. It's present. Okay. It's my son back there making a bunch of noise, but that's what it is. Okay. We remember what happened in the playoffs last year. We know that our team was on a downward spiral, and that we may have trouble in the playoffs. We knew that going in. We knew that. But guess what? This is a different year, different offense, different defense. I think the Bucks are in a lot of trouble this weekend. I think they're in a lot of trouble. So, like I said, the Saints, look, they played a great game. They did all they could do. But as you can see, they're not really. It's a lot of play. It's a play action thing. You run Kamara. If he gets the big run, then you go play action to the receiver on a post route, a deep post route or whatever. It worked in the first couple of games. It's new. It was a new thing. But guess what? They seem somewhat one-dimensional. They don't look like a high-powered offense. I think they were just, people didn't expect Kamara to be running like that with those zone runs. They got a fairly decent offensive line, but we brought the real out last weekend about the Saints. We exposed them. Basically, we kind of exposed them. I think they're gonna have a tough year. I feel like the rest of the year. I think that it's gonna be pretty tough for them because we showed how to beat them. And we showed the blueprint on how to beat the Saints. Falcons did well against the Chiefs. They got a scheme, pretty good passing scheme, but I think the Chiefs exposed them too. So, they got these little fast break teams coming out the box, coming out the gate fast, and but real teams last. Real teams endure the season, and we're one of the real teams. And I feel like in the Super Bowl, it's going to be the Chiefs and the Eagles again. It's going to be a big time rematch, and this time we win, and we win big. We win big. We dominate the Chiefs this time. And, a lot of people probably going to think otherwise. That's cool. But if you know football and you look at the nucleus of a team, yeah, Andy Reid, they've been there before. So what? So what? They've been there. So what? They went back to back. So what? That was against the 49ers. 49ers ain't like that. San Francisco's not like that. They think they are for some reason. I don't know why. But the 49ers are not like that. They've never been like that since they had Jerry Rice and Joe Montana. You understand? They're not like that. They're in a weak division. They're able to climb to the top every year. That's why. San Fran is not like that. And, I'm tired of even talking about San Fran. I'm tired of even talking about them. Brock Purdy. He's not a Super Bowl quarterback. Yes, yeah, he got him there with a scheme. They got him there with a scheme. Shanahan has schemes, and they're able to execute those schemes. That's it. We were down, okay? Last year, we were down. The 49ers cannot match us. I don't give a damn what scheme they come with. They're not a heavyweight team. You know, you got the guy coming out the backfield. They got some good running backs. You know, Jordan Mason, obviously Deebo Samuel, Brandon. Deebo Samuel, he's a scheme player. It's a scheme. It's schemes. You know, like glitches on a video game. They're glitchy. They run glitchy plays. You know, they're not like that. You know what I mean? But people tend to say that because of the legacy of the San Francisco 49ers that Joe Montana, Jay Rice, and those guys created. Okay? But, you know, they're not like that. And I've been saying that for a long time. Okay? They're in the weak division. You got McCaffrey over there. You know, McCaffrey is a scheme player as well. He's a scheme player. They got a lot of schemes. They run a lot of big time motion type of offense, like the Chiefs, big time motion offense. You know, guys running around and all this type of stuff. You know, switching up formations and stuff like that. They have to do that. You know why? Because they don't have a strong team. They got to run these motions and then run, these couple of quick guys out. It's like they're really trying to be like the Chiefs, but they don't have the quarterback to execute like the Chiefs. So that's why San Fran, that's what they've been trying to do for years. Run a Andy Reid type of offense. A bunch of motion and all that, and then you shoot a guy out in the open grass and hit him with the ball. That's what they do. You know what I mean? But like I said, they're not like that. Okay? San Fran is not like that. This year, we're going to see an Eagles team that balls, that gets down and ball, and they're going to show people what time it is. We have an all-star cast that's coming for an Oscar. You understand? We're coming for an Oscar this year. That's just what it is. Super Bowl ring time. Once again in Philadelphia. That's what it is. Guys, we got to get serious with this. Because this is the mindset. Anything less is not going to satisfy. Not with a team like this. Not with an offensive line like this. Blowing people off the ball. Okay, we're strong at every point. Every position, we're strong. The coaching will get better. You understand? The coaching that I see, these guys, it looks like you can tell that they communicate well and they try to fix the leaks. And that's what's important when you come to pro football. A coaching staff that can fix the leaks. That sees the leaks. You got coaches that are so far in their ego that they don't even they see the leaks and they think because they are who they are, it's going to work anyway. No, this is a league of adjustments, okay? And the one that makes the best adjustment wins. And I feel like the Philly coaching staff, they do that very well, adjusting. And like I said, we got new coaches this year. And for us to be as strong of a team, we were favored against the Saints. Saints blowing everybody out. Everybody going crazy with the New Orleans, this and that, New Orleans. What happened? What happened? They met a real team. We were already favored in that game. They met a real team. okay, that could adjust on the fly. Atlanta got lucky. They got lucky. We played them soft because we thinking, oh, they ain't got much time. Incompletion here, incompletion there. Kirk Cousins is a good quarterback. That's his specialty. You know, he's good in the 2-minute drill. He's good there. You know, he can do that. That's his specialty. That's what he does. But guess what? If Atlanta makes it to the playoffs and we face them, we're gonna beat the brakes off them. We're gonna make them one-dimensional. He's gonna see pressure that he never saw before. I mean, let's be serious. The Eagles are probably the only real team in the NFC this year. Let's stop making all these imaginative, you know, people having imaginations about this and that. You know, let's stop the fantasy. People want to have a fantasy of teams doing this and teams doing that. No. Every so often in this league, you're going to have a team that's real. Chiefs are pretty real. Philadelphia's pretty real. Okay? Everybody else is playing catch up. You know, yeah, they just got Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers. Shout out to Aaron Rodgers. You know, he loves the game. He loves the game. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, Aaron Rodgers, he may get in the first round. They're not winning no Super Bowl this year. New York. They're not winning. New York Giants. Yeah, you had to win this week. You're not going to the Super Bowl. Jets, you're not going to the Super Bowl. Let's be real. All these other teams are in repair mode this year. They're in repair mode. All we did was go out and add some more ammo. We got more ammo. That's like the military hat on. We just prepared for war even more. Philly is coming for the trophy. The Eagles are coming for the trophy. If you can't see it, you can't see it. Please don't ride the bandwagon. Okay? Don't ride the bandwagon. Let's stop playing around. Let's stop living in the fantasy world, in la la land about football. Let's just keep it 100. There's only 2 heavyweights in the NFL right now. It's Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs. Everybody else, Pittsburgh, they want to be in the hunt this year. They want to be in the hunt. They're not. Y'all not. Pittsburgh, y'all not in the hunt for the Super Bowl this year. Baltimore Ravens, where you at? Lamar Jackson, still, he has to run. He can't sit in the pocket. He's not a pocket passer. He's a new version of Michael Vick. But his arm is not like Michael Vick's. Get out of the fantasy world, please. Lamar Jackson will not win a Super Bowl. He will not beat the Chiefs. Not no time soon. He will have to revamp his whole style of play. Let's get out of the fantasy world. I understand people are fans of football and fans of teams, but don't be a fan when you're so fanatical that you can't see what's really going on. Let's wake up, people. Let's wake up. It's time to keep it real. It's time to be real. Teams get injuries. People get hurt. So then you see a lesser team that beats a better team, and everybody goes nuts. No. It's because that team had key injuries. Whether it's at offensive line, defensive line, corner, whatever. But let's keep it real. I see that a lot with these fans. They don't. It's like their mind is caught in La La Land so bad that they don't have any vision. It's like they don't even know what they're looking at. All they see is their team on Sunday, not realizing the GM of that team didn't do what he's supposed to do on the off season. The coach is nowhere his coaching style is nowhere good. Assistants nowhere good. You understand? People, get out of La La Land. Understand your team is your team. But let's be real. Who are the real heavyweights in the NFL right now? Any given Sunday, any team can lose. That's just the way it goes. But you got real. Okay, you got real and you got fanatical. And I'm all about being real. There's only certain teams out here that we're going to see at the end of the year if they stay healthy. The loss to the Falcons that we had, if A.J. Brown was there, would we have won the game? We don't know. We'll never know. A.J. Brown is a major part of the offense. But guess what? We won without him. So what does that say about Philly? That says what they did in the offseason as far as putting the team together, they did the right things. The receiver from Washington, what's his name? Is it Dotson? I think it's Dotson. I don't know the roster by heart, guys. Jahan Dotson. A major piece in the puzzle. And people don't realize this. The other guy from Washington, he's a major piece in the puzzle. This guy he's going to get better. He's getting better every week. With the potential to be a Pro Bowl receiver. What's up?
I'm hungry.
Okay. Babe, you want to feed him? I'll get him something. So, this is what we're looking at. I got to feed my son. I
told Mom I want some rice and some chicken.
Rice and chicken? Okay, I got you. So, I got to feed my son, guys. Look, great discussion. Please subscribe, like. It's going to be a part 2 to this. And, we're going to talk about this all season. We're going to get into what teams really have a chance to get into the playoffs right now, from looking at everything right now. I know we're not in November yet, but, we're looking at, I'm going to break down the next session. I'm going to break down what teams have a real chance to get to the playoffs and what teams have a real chance of winning the whole thing. And we're going to talk about that. Hey guys, like and subscribe. Great conversation. We'll talk soon. Peace.